Hi second year, welcome to week 9 of home learning and admin, and this week we are looking at charting. As always, we've got our learning intention success criteria. So today we are learning about why charting is used in spreadsheets and how to use charting in Google Sheets. And our success criteria: by the end of the lesson we can explain why charting is useful and create charts in Google Sheets. So first of all, why do we bother using charting? Because numbers are boring. And nobody actually wants to sit down and analyse through stuff like that. No one cares. It's dull, it's boring. People are going to lose interest in it and not pay any attention to you as you're trying to explain things to them. So we can use charts to make things look interesting. So we've got all those dull numbers up there, and we can use a chart to let us do comparisons of data a lot easier instead of just comparing with our numbers. And there we go. That is quite a complicated graph. It's still quite confusing, but it is a lot more interesting to look at, and that's really what we're going for here. So we've got lots of different types of charts, but we're only really going to use 4 of them in admin. We've got the pie chart for making comparisons between amounts, bar charts to measure something over time, column charts also measure things over the time, but instead of going side to side, they're going up and down, and line charts to analyse trends in data and make predictions. So that's looking at everything that's happened before and trying to guess what's going to happen in the future using that information. So first up, we've got a pie chart. This is a pie chart. Splits a circle into different sections based on the data given. I'm sure you've done these before in maths, and I'm wasting a lot of my time explaining them to you, but I'm doing it anyway. This example is looking at Homer's first 4 weeks of sales, and pie charts usually have legends on them, this is at the side here, which explain what each of the colours mean, and they can also have labels for the quantities or percentages of each section. So for the first 4 weeks of sales, the whole thing is all 4 weeks of sales together, and each of these different colours is representing a different amount, and it's making it easy to see comparisons between it. So I can, just glancing at this, I can see that week 1 there is bigger than every other week, so that was the best week sales, and week 3 followed up behind that quite closely. Weeks 2 and 4 look about the same. So we can make some very quick assumptions of data just by glancing at that graph quickly. Next up, we get a bar chart. It's exactly the same information we had before, but in a different format. So this is a bar chart format. We've got our horizontal bars going across the screen to represent the quantities of data. We've got our scale on the chart to make it easier to read. So scale along the bottom, 0, 500, 1000, 1500, 2000. So as was week 1, like we said, was the biggest value there. Well over 2000, probably about 2300 if you had to take a wee guess at it. Week 3 about 2100. Week 2 and week 4, I said we're about the same. Seeing this, we can make a more accurate comparison. Week 4 is slightly more than week 2. So week 2 is probably sitting about 1400, and week 4 1600. And if you're looking at more than one set of data at a time, so right now it's just Homer sales. If we bring other people's sales figures into this as well, we could use different colours for different bars and a wee legend down the bottom like we had in the first pie chart, just to demonstrate the differences between the different bars. Column chart, exactly the same data again, and again it's exactly the same as a bar chart, except instead of our boxes going along the way for the bars, they're going vertically up and down for columns. Some people can find them easier to read than bar charts, others don't. It's really a matter of preference what you would prefer to look at. So if you're making the choice of what type to use, column chart or a bar chart, whatever one you think looks the best. And last up, we have got our line charts. So different lines showing change of data over time, used to analyse data and make predictions what will happen in the future, like we were saying. If you're looking at more than one set of data, you usually have a legend to explain what each colour bar represents. This is the same one from earlier on, and looking at this one, what we can see is we've got our 5 different people Each of these has a different colour being represented on our legend up here, and we can use this to try and make predictions about what is going to happen in the future. This set of data here we can't really make predictions with because I've filled it with completely random data, so all the numbers are all over the place. But in the real world, generally you'll be able to spot patterns emerging over time, and these graphs will help you do that. Right, moving on to today's tasks. I would like everyone to complete the charting quiz on Google Classroom, and we can also all complete charting tasks 1 to 4. Most of us will manage tasks 1 to 8, and some of us will manage 1 to 8 and use the formatting tools to improve the appearance of your charts. As usual, there is YouTube videos to help you along with this. Please have a quick watch the YouTube videos before you start. They will make things a lot clearer. If you get any problems at all with any of the work, please just send us a wee email or leave us a message in Google Classroom and we will get back to you as soon as we can. Good luck everyone. Bye bye.